Loyal Cubs fans. Another edition of a recap of the Cubs game. They took on the Pirates. They beat them today 9-2. It was a lot better game than yesterday. Disappointing to say the least. Expected better outcome with Lester on the mound. Didn't have it yesterday, but today we seen new trade addition Cole Hamels, and he ended up pitching 5 innings. Struck out 9 batters. 6 of the strikeouts were on changeups. I read that was the best he's done since his no-hitter in 2015, ironically. So he had a pretty good history this year of pitching great on the road with an ERA like 2.8. At home, Texas, not so well. I know a lot of Cub fans said, well, we heard that about Chatwood, that Chatwood sucked in Colorado, but he was good on the road. What's his excuse? Well, time will tell, but I think Hamels is remotivated. He was kind of getting depressed in Texas. Things weren't going well. Helps to have a good defense behind you. And, he has a shot. Cubs have a legitimate shot of making the playoffs. I mean, they control their destiny. As of right now, they're half a game ahead in the division. If they were to slip the wild card, they're like 3 games up, but still a lot of games left, 55 games left. So back to the game. Cubs just got it going early for a change. It's nice to see. The pitcher they're up against, Kingham, wasn't great, 4.8 ERA, but we had a lot of games where we just couldn't do anything off of bad pitchers for whatever reason, played to the level of the competition. So we got 4 runs the first inning, and Kingham threw 51 pitches. Kind of reminded me of Quintana's bad start. He was right in that area. The announcer, Casper, mentioned that it's only the 3rd time this year a pitcher threw over 50 pitches in the first inning. So the Pirates even took him out, and then they used several bullpen guys. It'd be nice if we played him more than 2 games, because we'd probably have the advantage tomorrow. So that was great. Got off to that 4-0 start. Contreras hit a 2-run homer later. 2 guys scored on bases loaded walks, so we were drawing walks. There was a lot of bad defense on both ends. Bias kind of created an error where he should have got picked off, but it just creates a lot of stress when he gets on the bases. And he was on base 5 times. I mean, 2 hits, double and a single, but he drew a walk. He had an intentional walk, got hit by a pitch. But anytime he can get on base, I mean, that's about Javi's only weakness is his on base percentage, drawing more walks, but he hits a lot of balls out of the zone. He's got like 20 stolen bases and 22 homers, so I think he has a good shot of being in that 30-30 club. And he's looking like he's got 83 RBIs, so looks like well over 100 RBIs. Still got 55 games left. Could probably score over 100 runs. So he's helping the team a lot of ways, even if his on-base percentage isn't impressive. That if he keeps this up, he'll be definitely an MVP candidate. And so it's just a great night overall. One of those nights where it wasn't stressful. It's been a while since we had a blowout on our end. We won 9-2. So right now, temporarily, Cubs have a half a game lead over the Milwaukee Brewers. And they also got more space against the Pirates because they're not giving up on the year. They're 7 games back, and they got Archer that's going to be pitching for them soon. We'll see how that goes. I guess I have to admire that they're not giving up. Like teams like Washington Nationals, I feel like their manager hasn't given up, but like the owners have given up. They've been DFAing guys. We got that Kinsler. He came in and pitched an inning and a third. Give up 1 walk and a hit. So it's a debut. We know how good Shav, like 5 no runs, and so now we got Hamels made an awesome debut, only no runs, and no runs tonight, and 5 innings, and then Kinsler did great. And then also another new thing is we seen Chatwood the first time come out of the bullpen. There was really no pressure for him. We were up 9-2, so he came in the 9th inning and gave up a walk and a hit. but got out of it with no run. So we'll see how that goes in small sample size. I mean, I think they're not ready to just give up on his 3-year contract. Maybe they can get some value out of him in the bullpen or try him out next year. It'll be interesting with Hamels. If he plays good enough, Cubs can option for next year as part of his original contract. You know, all the financial terms, it's kind of weird. Theo was able to negotiate that Washington was able to at least take on most of the contract left for this year. So it's really not a huge risk. I mean, he could only be here, you know, the two months plus playoffs, or he could stick around for next year and get a starting spot to hold for next year, which would be great if he can earn one and play, you know, at a high level. Give us more time for more development in the minor leagues. You know, it's been since Hendricks that we had, you know, a minor league starter make it, and even Hendricks was traded and worked his way up from A-ball to make it, but haven't had a guy from Iowa or someone stick for a while. I did hear some good news today that Alex Mills, who you've seen come in and pitch 2 shutout innings in relief for Chicago, is back in Iowa, and he pitched 6 perfect innings. And then what they do in minor league, they don't let him pitch too long, so he's taken out of the game with a perfect game, but 6 perfect innings. You know, his ERA as a starter, 4.79, so not, you know, definitely below average. That's encouraging. He is on the 40-man roster. If nothing else, he can come in September, get called up, help. Especially, I want to say like August 20th, we have a 3-week stretch where we just keep pitching. We keep playing like 3 weeks in a row every day. So September 1st, that's going to be use some good ones for Iowa. You know, it's unfortunate Rosario got demoted today. He was surprised. 9-7 year in 26 games, so it was more than small sample size, but it was kind of a business decision, unfortunately, to send him down. Now Cubs have no more minor league call-ups on their roster too, so they'd either have to DFA a guy, trade a guy like the waiver wire, you know, maybe if a guy gets a DL. That's why, you know, with the bad starting pitching, not consistent enough eating up innings, we kept, you know, calling up guys, bringing them down. You know, we're just trying to keep guys fresh. You know, so the schedule looks, you know, for August until we hit that August 20th. I mean, we have a couple days off. You know, we play 28 games out of 31 this month. In September, it's similar. So we do have some breaks. But hopefully no more double headers, but you know, the rainout's bound to happen. We've been lucky for a while, just kind of had some delays. So anyway, we'll see. The Brewers play another late night against the Dodgers. The Dodgers have not been helping us out. They lost the first 2 games against the Brewers, and that put us at a division tie, with the Cubs still playing 4 games less. So we do control our destiny there. If we can win, you know, 3 out of 4, then we'll be ahead of Milwaukee. But it'll take a little while to catch up to them game-wise, because we just got to focus on one game at a time. The schedule looks fairly favorable. As far as San Diego, the next 4 games at home. I know later we play Kansas City, we play Detroit. You know, then we still play Pittsburgh like 9 more games. We only play Cardinals like 3 more games, and that's the end of the year. We play Milwaukee at least a couple more series, so that's going to be pretty big the way it's looking, unless we get some more separation. So we'll see what happens. But at least Cubs were able to get revenge against the Pirates tonight, to split the series on the road at least, and we'll take our talents back to Chicago, where we play a lot better at home against the last place San Diego. Hopefully Montgomery pitched a dud last time after he had a quality start. You know, consistency's been the problem overall for the starters. You know, I would say exception of Lester, but the last 2 out of 3 times since the All-Star break. Although not a quality start, unfortunately with 3 errors while he's pitching, that got his pitch count high, and nowhere 5 innings without an earned run, 9 Ks. I'll take that. So go Cubs, go!